Today, I'll be giving you a full tutorial on how you can build mobile applications and publish them on the App Store or Google Play Store using purely AI. That means that you can simply type in a few prompts, you can revise the app, and then you can publish it all from one platform. Now, this means that even if you're not a developer, you can follow through with these steps, and the apps that you build can have all kinds of different integrations, like the ability to sign in or sign out, right, to have multiple accounts, to connect with other AI tools, do image and video generation, all kinds of fun stuff, and I'll walk you through exactly how to do that in this video, so stay tuned. So the platform that we'll be using in this video is called OnSpace AI. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It is free to use. You do not need to pay for it. And as well as being able to create iOS and Android apps, you also can make websites, and you can just use a general kind of AI agent here with the ability to do things like, generate images, videos, ask it questions, all of that kind of stuff. But what I'm going to focus on in this video is the mobile app development. Now, the main advantage here is that it makes it very easy to deploy these applications afterwards, as well as to have all of those additional features that I mentioned. For example, creating accounts, connecting a database, something like Supabase, having AI integrations, and then even being able to connect this to platforms like Stripe where you can collect payments. If we quickly have a look at the site, you can see that someone was actually able to build an app in 24 hours just using this and then deploy it on the App Store, which you could download right now. So very few of the platforms I've used have actually allowed for that deployment, which I think is the unique feature of this. And anyways, I'll show you in this video how we go from idea to an app that is actually deployed, and I will walk you through that step by step. Now, big shout out to OnSpace for partnering with me on this video. But anyways, like I said, it's free. You don't need to pay for it. You can mess around and see if you like it. And then of course you can upgrade, buy more credits, etc. using my link in the description. Okay, so with that said, the first step to get started here, if you want to make an app, is of course to create an account. Once you do that, we're going to need some kind of prompt. We can run the prompt directly inside of here, and then we can start adding all of the integrations, other features, etc. So what I'm going to suggest that we do is that we first think through very deeply what it is that we actually want to build, and we then do a little bit of prompt engineering using something like ChatGPT to make the prompt a little bit more refined, and then pass it to OnSpace. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so what I want to do here is create a mobile application that helps you build AI creatives. So what I want to do is upload one photo of a product like phone, water bottle, t-shirt, whatever, and then have this platform be able to remove the background, generate a bunch of clean product photos or kind of like AI ads that I could use for this, and even maybe a short video or a short commercial that I could post on social media. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speak into ChatGPT. I'm going to explain to it what it is that I wanted to build, and then I'm going to tell it to give me a clean prompt that I could pass to OnSpace such that I'll be able to actually build this out into a full app. So let me show you what I mean. I won't record the whole thing, but I would do something like, hey, I'm looking to build a small mobile application that allows me to take a single image and then generate multiple ad creatives and a short video. The idea would be that a user would upload a photo, we would remove the background from that photo, we would then place the product in multiple different places or enhance the image, and we would then be able to use those as creatives or ads or social media posts or whatever it is that the user is asking for. This mobile app should be relatively simple, but it should have those AI capabilities. Blah, 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 you guys get the idea. We'll keep talking here into ChatGPT and then giving it enough information and telling it finally, create a streamlined prompt that I could pass to another AI agent so that I could build out this app. If there's any clarifications you need from me, then ask me so that we can make sure we have the best prompt possible. So then at that point, what it would do is ask you any questions. So you could see like I have the whole prompt here. Answer those questions, get the finalized prompt, and then we're going to copy that into OnSpace and go from there. Okay, so I just got the prompt here from ChatGPT. I'm just going to paste it inside. It just, again, outlines everything that we want for the app, and then we'll see if this can build it out. Okay, so it looks like the first version of the app is completed here. You can view the preview directly from the browser, but you also can view it from your phone. So I'm just going to click through a few of the pages here, just make sure generally that this stuff is kind of working before I test it on the phone. And if you look here, we'll tell you what the next steps are. So it didn't do everything in one. We have to connect the real camera and photo library. We have to integrate an AI backend. And we have to add persistent project storage, so we can continue that in a second. Now, if we go here, we also can view the cloud data like our users, any data that's stored, edge functions, AI, secrets, all of that kind of stuff. Again, not all of it's set up right now because it's going to need to do that later. and we can view all of the code. And we can also just directly connect this to GitHub in case other people on our team want to work on it, or we just want it in a repo. So actually, let me connect it to GitHub right now before I go further, and then let's quickly test it and add some refinements to build this out further. All right, so I just connected my GitHub account. It's now asking for a project to connect this to. So what I'm going to do is just manage the organizations in GitHub here and make sure it has access. Perfect. And you can see here it's now created a new GitHub repository that we can have a look at here to see all of the code. And we can also edit this directly in VS Code, which I believe adds or opens up the kind of online editor here in case we want to change any of the code. Now we can also do that here just by modifying any of the code that we see. Like let's go here. We can, directly write code inside of this file, save it, discard it, etc. But I'm not going to do that for right now. Okay, cool. So let's go back in here. I want to quickly test this on my phone, and then we'll go to the next steps and start hooking up some other components. Okay, so I'm just going to put the screen recording of my phone on screen so you can see what I'm doing. But when you scan the QR code, it is going to ask you to install the OnSpace app. So we're going to start with that. Okay, so now that the app is installed, I've just opened it up. I'm going to go through the flow here and go build my app and then sign into the same account that I used on web. Okay, so now that the app is installed, if I just go to the app page here and I go to iOS and Android and then click on my project, which is Snap to Add, you can see that it will load the app directly on my phone, and I can start messing around by pressing, for example, play. Okay, let's give a project name. Let's just go, a test or something like that. Okay, and then it's going to upload an image. I think right now it's not actually connected to a real image, so we're just seeing like something kind of fake right now. We can go to after, see the enhanced version, continue to styling this, add some different features. Okay, just kind of testing to see if this is gonna work, generate variations, and it looks like it's mocking the data right now, but overall, at least kind of the flow and the pages seem to be here. And then if you select something, we can generate a video. Again, I believe that this is just mocking the data. It doesn't actually have the AI integrations, but we will add that in 1 second. Then we could download, export to share, or go back to our projects where we can view our profile. And it looks like these buttons also aren't working currently, but we could, again, ask the app to modify this, change the account, all of that kind of stuff. So let's continue now with some refinements, and I'll be right back and show you what we were able to build. Okay, so you can see because I've asked it to enable AI, what it actually did is it automatically enabled this feature for me. And then in order for me to use the AI features, I would need to top this up with more LLM tokens because it's going to use some of our tokens here for the API calls to the LLMs. So I'm just going to click into this here just so I can see the AI tokens. And you can see that right now we have a bunch of AI tokens that we just get for free, and then it will reset the usage. But again, if this was actually going to be deployed, maybe we want more, and then we can top it up directly from here rather than having to manage the AI subscriptions ourselves. So it's been a few minutes here. I just gave it another prompt to make sure the authentication was working in terms of creating the accounts. It looks like it's built that, and then I'm going to continue to test this now and just move through a few other prompts. I'll fast forward through some of it, but generally when you're building these apps, you want to go iteratively, right? Step by step. Okay, add the AI integration. Okay, now add the authentication. Okay, now add this, rather than asking super big tasks at once. That was kind of the mistake I made earlier, and then the model missed some of those. So it's better if you just go slowly and test each feature. You'll get a significantly better result. Okay, so I'm just testing the app on my phone here, and it looks like that it actually is sending verification codes as well via email automatically without me really having to configure anything there, which is interesting. So let me get the verification code and see if this works. Okay, so I was able to verify the account, and now we can see that it's not stubbing any of these projects like it was before. I can go into my profile. Now I can actually edit a lot of the settings that are here, which is great. I can go to the help center, all of that kind of stuff. And if I go to plus and take a photo, it actually asks me for my camera. And then what I can do is, I don't know, let's take a photo of the fidget spinner or something and use that photo. Let's make a new project, just, I don't know, call it Tim. And then we can actually start doing this AI enhancement. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. I did get the AI integration to work now in the app, and I want to show you this because it's actually very cool. So what I did is I took a photo of the fidget spinner that's on my desk. It looks like this. I'm not sure if you guys can see it in the camera. I'm not sure if it's focusing. But anyways, what it did then is it generated a few variations. So you can kind of see down here the different variations of the fidget spinner. And then it made this video, which is super cool. So let's have a look at the video here. It's just going to take a second to load off of one of those variations. Let's run it. Cool, and that was all generated with AI. So I'm gonna do one more just because I think this is so cool that I was actually able to do this. Let's take a photo of this I don't know, this GitHub coin thing, or what else do I have on my desk that I could take a photo of? I don't know, maybe this. Let's go headphones here. Okay, so let's take a photo of these headphones and let me show you kind of the process. So let's go headphones. Okay, create. Now the first thing that this does is it strips the background out from this image. So that's what it's doing right now on my phone. And then once it does that, it creates an enhanced version, and then you can add some different parameters and create more versions and then generate a video from that. Okay, cool. So it gave us the enhanced version here. Let's go continuing to styling, and let's go, maybe we want mint leaves, we want fire, we want it to be covered in smoke, and we want some raindrops. And then if we want a custom prompt, we can put one there. I'm gonna go with, let's go with maybe like tech as the theme. And then I want this to be 1x1 for Instagram. So let's generate some variations of this image now and see what we get. Again, this is using AI. Awesome, and it created some really cool images here, so we can take a look at them. Takes a second to load. We can see this one looks pretty cool. Again, the loading is a little bit slow, but we have a bunch. Let's go with maybe this one here and then go generate video. And now it's going to generate a video ad based on that image, which I think looks pretty sweet. Okay, and it looks like the video is done now. It's not as good as the other one actually because the product looks kind of different, but if we click into this, we can see this is what we get. I mean, it's a cool video, but obviously it wasn't as accurate. And I mean, look, that's what happens when you're going to generate with AI, but overall, super cool, and I'm super impressed by this app so far. So what I'm going to do now is proceed to actually publish this on the App Store. Now again, if I want, I could look through the data, so you can see I have the different projects that I created here with all of the different image and video URLs, the storage, the edge functions that I created for enhancing the image, generating the videos, etc. You can see all of the invocations, the AI that we're using, so Gemini 3, VO 3.1, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so now because I'm finished, I can proceed to publish this. So I'm gonna go publish. Let's pick the App Store, but you also can go Google Play Store. Let's go new submission, snap to add. Okay, we're gonna have to add an icon in our Apple account, so let me do that. And then from here, if you do want to publish it to the App Store, you do need to pay $99 per year for an Apple developer account. I don't have one of those accounts, and I don't actually plan on selling this app, so I'm not going to proceed with this step here. But essentially, all you would need to do is just make this account, which is very easy, then proceed to submit, and then everything will be handled by this platform for you, and you can have an app fully on the App Store that you built here, all with AI prompting. So super cool, super easy. Again, I've not seen any of these platforms make it that easy to actually submit the app for publishing. And well, there you go. So with that said, guys, I am going to wrap up the video here. This is super cool, very useful. I didn't pay for any of this, right? This was all free that I was doing, and I now even have this app on my phone that I can use just in the testing version. And if I was willing to pay for the Apple developer account, then I would be able to submit this to the App Store, wait for its review, and then go on from there and actually have this as a live app that could make money, that I could sell to people. You get the idea. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.